With patch 3.22 and the addition of structural salvage in Star Citizen, the Reclaimer is now a production beast. With its godsend of an internal 240 buffer of material storage, no longer do you need to jog through the ship and back for every 4 SUs of salvage you scrape. Now, you can crack a giant ship, slurp it up, and spit it out in a massive amount of cargo boxes, all at different sizes in one go. Now, back in April, I made a video where I challenged myself to try and fill the cargo grid of the Reclaimer over 6 days by myself. And if I lost the ship, I'd melt my Reclaimer. Back then, the Reclaimer was extremely buggy, and it was a challenge to not only get all the cargo in the first place, but even surviving the elevator or going to bed at night was a trial in itself. But now that you can gather enough material to fill its cargo grid from just 2 ships, I decided to expand the scope of this challenge a bit. Why just fill the 420 SU cargo grid? Because if you can find a place to store the cargo on the ship, even if it's not on the grid, you can sell it. So that's my challenge. I'm going to attempt to fill every airlock, toilet, janitor's closet, nook and cranny on the Reclaimer with salvaged construction material to find its theoretical limit and max amount of money a solid Reclaimer can make selling it. My name's Dead Leader, and let's crack into it. So the goal here is I want to try and fill the internal buffer has 240 SUs of storage. So before I ever go into the cargo bay, this is how I'm going to keep track of how much material I've scraped. It's going to be by units of 240. So I want to fill to 240. I have to do some of these smaller ships first before I get the larger ships that will fill me up, because I'm going through the legal missions. But I think it says here, what's it, 31.7 SEU in this Constellation Andromeda. So that's nothing, but this is one of the missions I just kind of need to complete to get the C2s, M2s, A2s, those sorts of ships. Those can give you like a full cargo load on one salvage. Yeah, crack. Those little bits suck. There's always like one extra meaty bit in a ship. Alright, so finally we've gotten up to be able to get the Crusader M2 Starlifter. It says like 199.2 SU, but it can have more often. But let's crack it and see what we get. Suck. Yes, this centerpiece is 240. 1 SU. I wonder if the SU rating it was giving me before was like the hull scraping amount. I don't know, I doubt it. Move a little bit forward. You can see, like, I like that they added you've got to be in the right location, or it will show you like a minus percentage of how much you like won't be getting if you're not in the right zone. So a little bit of extra skill in it. I'll just get right up, hopefully not bump this bad boy. As soon as you can see, like, you can see cargo still survives from this, but I'm not messing with any other cargo material on this ship. I purely want just the one construction material to get some raw numbers out of this. And a big suck. Alright, there we go. Fuel station full, 240 SUs. Alright, now just to head out to the middle of nowhere. I'll just QT to a location and drop out sort of halfway. And then go out into the cargo hold, because there's pretty much no way anyone could find me. Beautiful. Go where no one can touch my Barbie's dream car. Beautiful. Right, let's see what the options are here. Just materials, yeah, 16 SUs, the big boys, and auto eject. Auto eject is a godsend when you've got this buffer. Because if you're like constantly moving out of the way, it just keeps spitting them out. Like back when it was just 1 SUs, but you could only have 4 max. There was no point of it. It was like spattered out, and then you got the next one out, and the next one came out, and that was it. But with this, it can start like a full production line when you've got like a whole backlog of crates to make. It's great. Okay, I forget if this small tractor beam can pick up the big one. Yes, so I don't like it. I still want to use the big tractor beam. Okay, where is this? What if this is the same as it was in the PTU where you could only fit 2 next to each other and you need to put smaller boxes? Yeah, it looks like it. 2 there. 2 there. So you can't fit these ones down the elevator. So like these large ones can only exist in this room, but I plan on filling like the balcony up there with them. You know, getting as many on the grid, and then like once I'm sort of done with this room, I'm gonna like the last thing I'm gonna do is like gonna attempt to fill the room, you know, from the back all the way in until they, you know, cover up the actual filler stations themselves. So sort of like mopping yourself into the corner. Yeah, try and get these as secure as possible. I'm interested to see as well, like if I'm gonna bed log and stuff when I'm done for the day in this. I'm interested to see if actually like that cargo's still gonna be in all those weird places when I log back on. All right, good night. Okay, so I kind of like learned my lesson of traveling around like a whole bunch with that QT drive, and I used up a bunch of fuel, so I had to go back to Crusader to fill up. I was freaking out that I was going to be hijacked when I was coming in atmosphere. I was being scanned by everyone. Okay, I got another big crack here. Hopefully this one can actually like fill up in one go, in one big circ. So it wasn't enough. So hopefully I'm trying to get a couple extra small ships, and hopefully that will fill up the last sort of 15 SCUs that I need. I don't know, this time looks way too small. Crack, crack, crack. Suck. That was a quick drink. Speedy suck. Okay, well, we're gonna finish this course there, then I should be good. I've learned not to bother with any small ship whatsoever when it comes to filling this thing, because they literally own like a couple SCUs for the entire thing. It's gonna be medium or large ships only. Alright, crack. Sick. There we go. That's the good stuff. Alright, get some of these smaller 1 SCU boxes just to fill up these little corners. So I'm just experiments to see where I can kind of fit these boxes in the ship, if I can get them through specific doors or not. Like, can it go into the captain's quarters? No. Let's rotate it. They're gonna fit in these. No way. Okay, so lessons learned. Like people doorways, like this one here, it's not gonna fit. But I'm pretty sure there's like, it's got these massive doors. Doesn't go on the table either. No. Get on the chair, but not very well. So these, yeah, these big doors should be fine. But the problem is you need to get close enough for it to sensor you to open up. So, I mean, I should be able to get it down to the bridge from the elevator. I just want to check. Okay, that's not gonna go there. The bad in the engine room. Okay, so I feel like that should make us explode, or at least irradiate that material somewhat. But okay, yeah, we can use this as cargo space too. Good to know. Okay, so the elevator. Wonder if we can get this like in the cockpit. I mean, I probably shouldn't put them in the cockpit. This is gonna make, I'm still gonna be able to pilot the ship in between. Okay, yeah, that's a single doorway. It's not gonna, Oh, there's a stairwell, and I probably need access to that. Alright, well, I guess I'll just put this in the corner. Alright. So these airlocks here, just noticing, I reckon I can fit at least 2 side by side, maybe 4, like on top of each other. Get another in there and see if we can't cram them together. So I'm just gonna try and like fill, like experiment in each sort of room and area that I want to start putting things, just to figure out, first of all, like, all right, is it possible? What sort of degree can we do it in? Get an idea. Gotta get good at doing this sort of Tetris manipulation into the elevator. My god, I'm like thinking about how long this would have taken before you were able, like these 2 SUs, you couldn't make the 2 SU boxes, but one of these would be like 1 salvage scraper at a time. So 2 of these 2 SU boxes, and then you'd have to do a run through the entire ship, do all this elevator stuff for each, you know, pair of these boxes before. That's why the other one took like 6 days for me to be able to even like fill this grid up by myself. It was crazy. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one in with that other one. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of pinned. There we go. To kind of pick the original one up to sort of fit in. I mean, they could feel like this, but I wanted to get another one on top. And I guess these airlocks are just good for a pair of them. And obviously, I'll put boxes all in the front. Because the art of doing this is sort of putting your body near the sensors of those doors to get them to open up like efficiently. Okay, I'm sort of learning how to do it by like backing up to doors so they sense me, and then pivoting and hucking the box in there before they close. Oh, there we go. Oof. Come on. Good push. Another one on the top. Beautiful. Yeah. They seem to be a little bit wobbly at the start, then they kind of seem to settle down quite stably compared to how they used to be. I think they must have done some work to them to kind of stop them being so volatile as they were. Here we go. See, I'm getting better at this Jenga tower stacking now. They'll kick up a little fuss, but then they'll like click back to kind of where they were last comfortable, it seems. There's definitely been some work on the box physics off-grid. Laying down here in the cargo room. I didn't realize that the door was on the opposite end, so I'm having to dig myself out. Oh, not that one. Back you go. Yeah, I'm tempted. Okay, gonna have to remember to account for that in the future. Get these in order. And remember to kind of pack everything from the furthest to the closest, so I have the easiest sort of access leading into it. Okay. Easy does it. Okay, so I've worked out a bit of my production game has stepped up a bit now. So I've realized I can kind of stand at the back of here, and as they're coming out, kind of put them in like a Congo line. So then when I go around to the elevator, I can then kind of pull them in quicker one by one by one. They're all just right there in front of me. So now my game is I stand here and I make as tight a line as possible all the way to this back hatch here. And then once I've done that, then I go in the elevator, and I can usually kind of do maybe like 2 elevator loads of boxes like this. Okay. See, now I've got more space in the middle now. In the elevator, I try and pile it up on either side, but still have access to one of the elevator sort of panels and make some space in the middle to actually get out of it. I see this one's got an extra row, so it means I'm going to need to get some single boxes down here. So like 3 for each of these stacks. Then once I've got these of like the little gaps in between all of these, then it's about like a 1 SEU gap between these. So I'm going to try and pack like a bunch of 2 SEU boxes on top of each other in those gaps between them. Okay, that's enough for today. So hopefully with the increased amount of cargo on here, it's going to survive the next day logging on. It's been like a day and I've been logged off, and so far, well, the stuff that was in the hall was still there. That was off the grid. Let's see what's in the salvage here. Yeah, and in the balcony. Yeah, it's in the balcony. All right. Let's go get another M2 Hercules Starlifter. Hopefully I can fill this bad boy up. Nice and quick. Crack, crack, crack. Suck, suck, suck. That big suck in the middle itself seems like would be enough to fill the buffer itself. So we've already surpassed the amount of space on the official cargo grid. It's 420 on the cargo grid, and this is our 3rd load of 240. So that's like 720 SCUs of construction material. Yeah, that should be right. I still haven't filled all the official cargo grid space in here yet, but that's because I've got so many other cargo boxes just in different spots around the place. Whoa! Okay, so I wasn't recording just then. I turned on. I was coming in way too hot to an M2 just then. I was like watching something else. I was watching something on YouTube while I was salvaging, and okay, miraculously, I think the Reclaimer is okay. Man, that's the problem of doing like long, many hour, multiple day sort of like missions like this, where you get too kind of comfortable with something and you stop paying attention to something like your speed or the distance of something. Look at that thing. That's going off into space for sure. Okay, so I found another little salvageable wreck here. A little, I think a Vanguard Warden that I want to use to complete this mount. Yeah, it's a good distance away. Wait, where'd it go? Why am I moving? Why can't I get back into the seat? What is going on? Not soft death. Okay, no, I can get the claw seat, but I can't get into this seat. Why? What the hell? Like something really bad is happening. It says the salvage is underneath me and it's moving around. I'm just jumping the claw operator seat and see if I can't go into 3rd person or something. Okay. Can't extend the claw. I can't get out of the seat either. Exit seat. No. Okay, I'm like holding Y. Okay, this isn't good, you guys. Have I like... It feels like it's almost soft death, but it's not soft death. I think when I crashed into that M2, I might have damaged something, but I can't tell like what. I mean, what would act like this if if something got damaged? Why would I not be able to get in and out of my seat? You know. So so I can deploy the arm. Oh, there it is. It's underneath me. the hell happened? Did it just like rubber band? Did the server do an oopsie? Okay, so I managed to get back into the pilot seat, but now I can't like turn the ship on. I'm wondering if like I've damaged like a cooler or like a power plant or something. Engines are flying. That were online? Yeah, so I think I've like, I don't know if I've like damaged some power or something or some cooling, and so something's overheated and shut down. I mean, I'm pressing U, I'm pressing I, trying to press like flight ready, power on, and use like the inner thought menu. Now I can't get out of the seat either. I'm running out of potential solutions for this. Self-destruct? No, not self-destruct. Oh. Okay. What did I do differently that time? I did go into the menus in the third person. Maybe there's usually some kind of workaround when things are non-functional. That's like, go into third person, go into the menus, like remove your helmet. So I'm thinking maybe something like that happened. Okay, but then now it's happening with the claw again. Okay, so each time I get in and out of one of these positions, it's acting like a freak on me. Okay, so I went into the menu again after a bit, and then I managed to get it back on. So let's just fracture, suck this thing as fast as possible before it decides to change its mind again. There we go. Oh, thank God. Fill station full. Good. Jesus. God, I shouldn't have turned that off. Turn the whole ship off again. Oh, God. All right. All right. Do the things. Where's the button? Where's the button? There's flight ready. No. Flight ready. Flight ready. Hey. I don't know what the hell. We should probably go and repair this thing, though. That feels like a potential priority. So we get stuck in any situation. Oh, look at that. The shield's not going up either. Okay, yeah. It's funny. All these errors are almost like engineering tier -10 mechanics, where like it would make sense if this was an engineering issue and like it wouldn't start up or get its shields for some engineering thing, and I had to go in the back and, you know, tweak some parts and some circuits and components or whatever to figure out the problem to get it going. But at the moment, it's more kind of feels like, you know, getting a jukebox to work that stopped working by kicking it. By just opening and closing menus and stuff. But if it wasn't actually like, if they indoctrinated that as a mechanic, you know, that would have been fun gameplay instead of like panic inducing because for no reason things just start working. You might lose everything. But what was interesting there was I was considering like, oh crap, am I gonna have to get like an SRV to come out here to like tow me or something? So I mean, hey, that's the reality of the game now. They're just gonna, instead of fixing bugs, they're just gonna introduce ships to haul you out, haul the bug ship out of there. Seemingly made it back to safe harbor alive without getting murked, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, see, the shields are still down. They've been like maxed out this entire time. Okay. Maintenance. Yeah, that's definitely buggered up. Get the fuel back as well. Hopefully this just does it. Okay, so it wasn't healing or refueling for the longest time. Oh, okay, so the ship's repaired. Okay, I'm just gonna store this thing, which is another challenge to see if everything that's on this ship is even gonna store. Like, there's been bugs in the past, and that way if you store a ship with a whole bunch of things on it, it just gets lost in storage and you have to like reclaim again. So this is another main test for it. Hey, finally, okay. It's stored. Can retrieve it.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following. Please visit.
But is everything still on the ship? Okay, it's got a like unsettling bulb going on to it, which I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, there's no interaction to use the elevator. I'm gonna store this again, and I'm just gonna change servers. Like maybe giving it sort of a fresh server to work with might kind of unjam whatever crap is going on with it. Okay, and retrieve.
Selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Seems pretty quick. And I do hear from people, they marvel at me sticking with the... Okay, I've got to jump over that for some reason. It's like sticking with a bugging ship to kind of believe in it and try everything to get it working without just rage quitting. And I don't know, I feel like it's a part of the Star Citizen experience, especially with these larger ships. Like, you want to pull off complicated things, you need to you need to try complicated solutions for stuff, because not everything's always, you know, predicted gameplay. It doesn't necessarily know what you're doing or how to handle you. But it definitely is better. This elevator was a demon for the longest time. You would get trapped in here and just like, uh-oh. Door's not opening. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There is a bug where if you try a different floor, then it does work. Hey, wait. There you go. Alright, so still has a little bit of the old brokenness. Oh, look at that. The cargo's still on the top railing. So, I think we're good. I think it's... there you go, it's moving. I think we've still got all the cargo on board. It's a good sign. Okay, press it. Then we're going to press another button. That's going to open again. Oh, there we go. Alright. Yay, cargo's still here. So I think I somehow unbugged the ship. So now we're going to head out. I should still have a buffer force, so we're just going to head out into unknown space and continue the task after that terrifying interval.
Quantum travel complete.
Okay, back to the old grindstone. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, gonna move some small size boxes in here. And try and fill some gaps. Okay, get some gaps in the corner here, nice and filled. There is a real, like, satisfying feeling. I remember the last time I did... Oh! Hey, still got it. I remember the last time I filled this salvage hold and cargo hold up, it was a real good feeling getting it done. It felt like a bit of an accomplishment. I mean, now that's like so easy to spit out. To gather enough to spit out these boxes to fill down here isn't that much work, but still feels good because it's all like, you know, and it's so tall, sort of encompassing sort of around you. I'm hoping that once I've, you know, completely filled like as much of the ship as possible, and it's just cargo boxes everywhere, if it's possible, that I get that feeling times a million. Let's see where else we can. Is this gonna fit? Yeah, there we go. Okay, get some of these boxes out here. Got any more gaps? There we go. Look, a little gap here. Little gap. And I tell you what though, the cargo elevator has been surprisingly reliable with holding like these boxes and stuff. Like they used to kind of bounce around a bit, and every now and then you'd lose like a box or two when you were changing the elevator floor. Yeah, you were changing floors, like they'd bounce around, but it it's been quite good. I mean, like, I still would like a cargo grid on the elevator, but there might be some kind of weird issues with them being able to do that. And so if it remains as stable as it has been, then look, I'm happy with that for now, I guess. All right, this is a quick and easy one, filling up this drone bay with these boxes. Let's get a bunch down here. Still, it's like getting these doors open and then trying to get them in without it closing. Ooh. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so I couldn't get one on top of that other piece because the door kind of blocked it. So I might try to start stashing them here in one of the most risque spots in the entire ship. Let's see, it's actually a surprising amount of storage in there. All right. So I've realized that this cargo hold is not that far from being completely filled. So I want to try and get this one done. Let's see how many we can fit like in these in between bits. All right, I could probably, probably get like three high in here. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Nice. Guess I can kind of fill the back bit now. Nice. Man, they only like just barely fit long ways. That was like pro move being able to walk that down there like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna look full. Oh god. 3. Ooh. See, once you get them like off kilter there, it's really hard to rotate them back flat again. Oh wait, just do it standing up. Yeah. Or maybe like lying down facing me. I guess it'd be easier to kind of get it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I can do that. Ooh, stop bouncing. Oh. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3. God, look at this. I was right. It is satisfying feeling. Especially with the risk of danger being thrown in, of having an avalanche happen at any given time. Man, I wish when like players logged off, it was like an arc or something where they actually like go to sleep on the ground. You could like have crewmates fall asleep in their bunks, like tractor beam them up, put them in the back of the cargo hold, and then build this maze of boxes surrounding them purely for the reaction when they wake up. There's a little pro trick here I've learned, is that if they start getting a bit wildly and it's hard to kind of rotate them to be straight again, just like drop them on the ground so they at least have like they're flattened to like a right angle. Hell yeah. Woo. Try and do some like facing sideways, facing forward, facing sideways, facing forward. I don't know, I feel like that potentially could provide more stability. I don't know how, but it does. Hell yeah. 3. 1, 2. 3. Good enough. Okay, got these side ones to fill up. These are the last two sort of in-between stack ones I need to do. Then I'll block it off with another like 12. I mean, I wouldn't say that doing this extra amount down here is all that much extra work, to be honest. Like, if you had someone just working cargo and they were already bringing things down here and putting them on the grid, like at, you know, an elevator at a time, a good cargo, you know, warehouse worker would be able to master this, I reckon, after a bit. And I think you'd probably be doubling the amount of storage just sort of down here in the cargo hold alone. Okay. So, actually can't get the third one up on like the final thing. That's driving me crazy. Like, they're all 3 high, all except this last one. I've been trying to like jam it in, but there's like between the door of the elevator. It's the same as what happened in the drone room. I'm not happy about it. But I feel like if I get too violent with it, it's gonna like push a box like all the way into one behind it, and it's gonna make some sort of mess that I can't like fix other than digging them all out again. So I might have to yeah, even that was, oh god, that was a little risky. Let's try one more. Come on. No, it's too risky. Get out of there. Yeah, get out of there. Oh, yeah, we're done. We're done, son. Okay, that's it. That's the silence. That's the cargo bay. 100%ed. Okay, let's get some of these other 2 SCU crates sort of down, further down in the mix. That's what I'm like realizing is like you gotta start at like the furthest sort of part and then whoop, and then move up. But once you get them up the elevator, you gotta, it's like, you know, you can power them into the elevator from the from the processing room, but then from the elevator out to these things, there's no other way to do it. You gotta walk them one by one by one by one, and that's probably the most laborious part, to be honest. But when I guess down here in the novel space areas, there's not as much potential space as there is for the rest of the ship. So okay, just trying to cause a nuclear meltdown. Nice. It'd be funny if that was the reason why the ship was freaking out before. You back from whence you came. Start just piling them up here as well. Would like to be able to fill all of like that reactor, all of the side area, and then like box my way out kind of thing until it's completely sort of jammed all in there. Once again, I have no idea if any of this even is going to be like readable from a terminal, if I'm going to be able to sell it yet or not. This is all just going to be kind of a surprise when we do go and see if it pops up. I'm just assuming it will. And if not, then we'll learn something. Been wondering down here, like I could throw them down that back area over there, but I'm worried that they'll sort of bounce out and pop out of the ship. If I should bother just doing them with the elevator one by one. I mean, it's a deceptively large kind of space down here, you know? It'd be nice if there was a way to get those larger boxes down here, but I just don't think there is. There really should be like a cargo grid down here, or the cargo grids up the top should have like a little elevator which sort of like move them down once they're full. All right, so we're ready for another buffer load of materials here. This time I've learned not to crash right into it, and it does seem like all the systems are working correctly now, just in case you're wondering. Oh god, don't. Oof. Okay, that felt a lot closer than what it was. Alright, crack, 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 crack. And a suck. Plus 6%. What? You can get extra material? Wonder if this one, I don't think I've ever gotten like, Hercules often say they've got like 240, but I don't get that max amount. Wonder if I can get the max amount from one like this. Yeah, I did. Hey, all right. Okay. So I'm gonna try putting some more of these larger ones up here. I'm sick and tired of this processing room not looking dramatic enough, you know, up to snuff of the scope of the challenge. So I'm gonna try and fill all these rafters up with these large ones while I can, because these do go through the buffer quite quickly when you make these 16 SCU ones. Making the 1 and 2 SCU ones, like, you kind of feel like you have like an unlimited amount to be making them with, but these ones dry up the buffer quite quickly. Okay, I don't know why, but there was one missing from here, which has got me suspect. Yep. Oh, yeah, but that's good enough. Come on. I fall into... Oh. Okay. Over here. Yes, good. Looks like it's all about to avalanche in on me. That's what I like. Just, yeah, I guess I gotta start putting them on top of the car grid too. Make them look even more impressive. Nice. Getting this behind these chains. Yeah. Wait, what happened to the box? I had a box on top of that grid there. Is it just gone visible, or is it bounced out, or does it just phase through the walls? I don't know. Oh, God, it looks good having all these. Because they're all kind of like tilting in, like they're all... it puts you in that sort of sense of unease, like it's all about to cave in on you. Okay. What? Wasn't there one just there? Like saying fish is good. Is it still there now? No, it's actually gone. Like something fishy is going on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna plug the hole up here. Nice. Plug up the little holes on the side. There's always these massive 1 SCU sized holes, which don't feel like they need to be there. Yes. We could be putting 2 SCU ones here, but whatever. But, okay, I saw it that time. Alright, something's going on. Oh, the one up there, on the right, I think is missing. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold up. Okay. Alright, they've stopped. They're out of juice. Okay. Let's see what the hell's going on. We let's look in the cargo hold. Hopefully not missing any from here. Well, none that I can see. But I might be missing boxes like at the back. Okay. Let's look at habitation. Let's look at those early ones that I put in there. Make sure everything's still in there. Okay, there was a box here before. But, and then, what? No, don't go down there. Back up. I think I saw in the airlock. We're missing a box as well. Yeah, there's only one in the airlock now. Yeah, whoa. There were boxes back here as well. Still two in there. Okay, so I think we've hit the entity limit. Those are still there. Those are still there. All right. Well, this is the one thing that was going to stop us, other than if the ship just exploded, was that I was worried that eventually we'd hit an entity cap, and it wouldn't allow us to create more boxes. Okay, we're missing some in there. We're missing the one on top of there. Okay. Well, I think we may have found the end of this test. Well, at least, okay, we've found the goal was to find the theoretical limit that we could do this challenge with. Sadly, it didn't look how I wanted it to look. Having the entire, Reclaimer just filled. But we have found out how much one Reclaimer can carry. So at least we can sort of, figure out some numbers when it comes to, how much Reclaimer can make by itself versus if it was offloading all those boxes to, other cargo ships to haul back. That's a bummer. I really wanted to be placing the last box, to lock myself into the bridge to be able to just barely kind of make it out because it was so swamped in boxes. I mean, you could do it if you focused your attention to certain areas, say if I didn't put any in the rafters in the salvage processing room, I could have put more out in the living spaces. If I didn't add any, I could have done all of them in the processing and cargo holds and built that up really big, but not done anywhere else. Or I could have done it everywhere else, but not in the official cargo ones. To a degree, I guess. But okay, we learned some stuff. Let's see if we can even sell stuff that was off-grid in all the weird places anyway. I'm curious to find if that even registers. But it did seem to max out at, what's that? There was 4 loads of 240, I believe. 960 SCU, but we would have lost a lot from boxes being deleted. So we'll do a bit of math with how much the commodity shop actually eventually sees, I suppose.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, so I did the math on the value of what we did scrape totally, and so if we got the full amount, it would have been 5,760,000 Alpha UEC, but we started losing units as we were producing because of the entity count. So we're going to do the math and figure out how much we lost and how much we made total. So we've got 864,000 in that amount, plus this other amount. This is 2 units of that. Yeah, 216 that SCUs, which is worth 96,000. This one is also worth 96,000. So 2 lots of 96,000 and 864. And we get into the bigger ones here. These are probably 6. Yeah, okay, 1,248,000. And then everything on the grid, which was going to sell us for 2,519,000 or 20,000, as I said there. Okay. So, all right, here it is. Total from what we sold and what we had on board, we made 4,824,000 Alpha UEC. And what we could have potentially made was 5,761,000, which is let me crunch the number of how much we lost from profits. We lost 936,000 in profits from that, which, I mean, isn't that bad? But even then, like, you know, if you knew you were coming towards an entity limit with it, you'd just stop and go sell once you hit that amount 4 million, which is pretty good. I mean, I'll have to check with Space Tomato and stuff about how much he made as a crew, like pulling all that stuff. And like, while this was over, I think, you know, 3 days of kind of like casual playtime, like if you were to do this yourself and you're serious about it, you could probably easily get that amount very easily just in one play session. Like if you just filled the cargo grids and then stacked like a bunch of 16 SCU boxes all just around that kind of salvage processing and put a bunch down the cargo grid down below. So I reckon if you did just like 3.5 full loads in that internal buffer, that would be kind of pretty safe, and then you'd be able to sort of maximize your profits on that one ship. So if you're doing it alone, that's what you got. But look, if you're able to, with a crew of people, be able to kind of get them off the ship and have them go do it and like sell it while you're kind of out there, I mean, I guess over the long term, I reckon you'd see a profit. I mean, especially if it freed you up to have people on the hull scrapers as well, because I think you make an extra 1,000 per one SCU with the RMC over the construction material. But yeah, I guess that's if you're doing things like the non-legal missions, like the Hammerhead salvage ones, if you're going and doing those, each time that you even just fracture that one, you're making $250,000 per thing anyway. Where the ones that I was doing, I was actually like buying the legal contracts. So a lot of those legal contracts cost me 20,000 per thing or 50,000 per thing, which when you're talking about making millions of dollars, it's completely, you know, negligible. But I just wanted to know specifically about getting that material onto the ship and then going to sell them, what their sort of max was. So yeah, almost 5 million per Reclaimer. It's pretty good. I mean, I definitely want to kind of like look into it more to find the most optimal sort of min-maxing ways. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you've done with salvaging. Have you found any metas in particular that you can share? Have you done like full crew with people coming in and bringing, you know, cargo ships and offloading it? And kind of like, is there any roadblocks that you find with doing that slows down the Reclaimer's like ability to be able to just stay out there kind of salvaging? Or, you know, how much money have you been making? What's the profit share and like split between everyone doing it? Because remember, this is just one person kind of casually going around and then walking out with 5 million. Each time you get more people on your crew doing it, you got to pay them, you know, and that splits those profits right down. So let me know in the comments below what your experiences are with the Reclaimer, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, my name's Dead Leader, and I'll see you out there in the verse. Once again, thank you to my beautiful Patreon members who have all joined my wall of legends. If you'd like to join them, click on the link on screen now or down in the description, and I'll see you guys later.